All right. How is everybody doing this fine day? It is fine day in Ohio. It is 70 plus degrees, sunny, cut most of the grass, and here I am enjoying part of my day with you guys. How's everybody doing? Jalcom Linux. Hello, how are you? Can you guys hear my mic okay? J Bat, hello. Welcome. All right, quick sound check on the mic. How's it sounding? Okay, looks okay on my end. We'll get started here in a few minutes. Today's topic is surviving YouTube. I came prepared. I have two cell phones. I have my Red Cross crank emergency radio. I have a fire extinguisher. Okay, maybe it's not that serious. Excuse me. A little burp there. I'm drinking some Pepsi. MC Strap is good. You got two old PCs for free. I have to ask you, how old are they, MC? Mike sounds good. Thank you. So what kind of PCs did you get? Let me go ahead and transition the scene here. There we go. I guess if those PCs are working, then it was definitely worth it to be free, right? Yeah, fair. Yeah, reboot is live. He's always live. He's live like 24/7. Um, Jay, no sound. Did the sound just... Let me see here. It's showing good on my end. Got the mic control all the way up. Pentium 4 and a Core 2 quad PC. Okay. Well, Pentium 4 should be fast enough to run most Linux distros, I would imagine, right? Liberty Paul M, hello and greetings. Yes, you are from Ireland. The luck of the Irish. Aye, lad. Welcome. Figured you might be on since this is a more reasonable hour. I think you're like 5-6 hours ahead from me here in Eastern Time in the US. So, anyway, welcome, Paul. How are you this fine day? It is sunny today for a change in the 70s. Beautiful outside, so lots to talk about. I'll try to go through this as quickly as I can, and then we'll go into some of your comments and questions and stuff like that. I had a good time last night jumping on late. Saturday night live chat, or just Saturday night chat. Went out last night. A friend of mine went to grabbed a little bit of ice cream last night, but it was chilly last night. Yeah. Anyway. Core 2 for free, yeah. For free, yeah. Hey, as long as it works, right? Maybe you might have to beef up the RAM, possibly, MC, and then you could run anything on there, right? Maybe. Not so sunny, they have been raining all day. Well, you can have some of my rain, Paul, because I do not like it at all. Not at all. Let me pop out the chat here. Okay, so I think we can get started. If everybody can hear me okay. Okay, so what's been going on? 4 GB of RAM you have. Okay, well that should be enough to get you started, MC. Hey, it was free, so cannot complain, can you? Anyway, So welcome, this is the Total OS Today channel, Total Technology for Beginners and Beyond. I've been doing this for over 7 years, since March of 2010. It's been an amazing journey. Started off really doing this as a hobby because at the time I was not satisfied with the amount of newbie technology content. You know, Windows users trying to test Linux and so on and so forth. So I thought to myself, hey, instead of complaining, don't complain, just do something about it. So I started this TOS channel, Total OS Today channel. And it's been a cool journey. It really just started off as a hobby, did not really take this all too seriously. And it wasn't until, well, let's see, I started doing a podcast with Spatry and IG, Infinitely Galactic, Twill, This Week in Linux. His name is Jordan, but of course he's married now with a couple kids. He has another life, and wish him the best. And so on. So the channel grew, the viewership grew, the requests grew, my friendship grew, and I started taking it seriously about 3 years later. And maybe that's a bit too late. In fact, I know it was too late to take this seriously. So fast forward today, and this year you've heard about the advertiser boycott. And what has happened is advertisers, companies, AT&T, Coca-Cola, list goes on, they got word that they were not happy with some of their ads being shown on channels that were not user-friendly. And you guys know what I mean. Channels that are toxic in nature, pitting one group against another, no matter what your background, and I don't think I need to go there. And these companies, rightfully so, said, hey, we don't want my ads on that channel. That doesn't sound friendly at all. So they started pulling their advertiser revenue until YouTube tries to fix it. And it's estimated, from what I read, now it may have gotten better, but it's estimated that $1 billion has been held advertiser revenue from YouTube. That's quite a chunk of change. And when you have that much ad inventory that's been held or pulled, that leaves a lot of YouTubers scrambling to keep their channels going. Color Pixel, hello, welcome. So it's slowly starting to get better, but I came across a user-friendly channel with 900,000 subscribers. And I thought, wow, this channel's cool. It's user-friendly. I like it. I'm sure it does well. The person who ran that channel, he almost had to shut it down. He had to ask for help. And I'm thinking, wow, 900,000 people follow this person. A completely friendly channel, has nothing to do with the advertiser boycott. And he had to ask for help. You know, he has a page on Patreon, and that's a little scary. But what's happening is this boycott, they just at one shot just shut everything down, or almost everything down, in terms of funding until YouTube fixed it. And whether you are part of this group of non-user friendly channels or not, well, you're out of luck. Because until YouTube tries to fix it, and I think and we'll talk about this, I think they're trying to. Now, a lot of us who just depended on the AdSense revenue to keep the channel funded, it was fine. You know, I mean, it covered the channel. I was able to keep, you know, the service on, pay for the internet, upgrade equipment now, here and there, and it was perfectly acceptable. But it's estimated that channels have lost 90% of their AdSense revenue. Well, let's say you have, you know, hundreds of thousands of subscribers, 1 million subs, and let's say your revenue just from ads, speculating, is $100,000 a year. That should run a channel, pay the rent. Well, if 90% of that revenue is gone, that's a problem. So let's talk about this a little bit more. You may have seen this. YouTube will no longer allow creators to make money until they reach 10,000 views. The rule change is meant to weed out the bad actors. In theory, this sounds terrific. From what I've seen, I can tell you it's not working. I don't know if you guys agree with this. I kind of agree with this. But there's still channels out there who have been demonetized. There's still channels who are just, I won't mention names, but there are channels that are really hateful, that are not user-friendly. Their channels either have been banned or they have been allowed to continue their channel. They have been demonetized. They make zero money off of AdSense, but they are thriving with Patreon and PayPal, and that's discouraging. In fact, they're doing better now without the AdSense than they did with the AdSense. Anyway, so yeah, this here, you know, allowed to monetize, not allowed until you reach 10,000 views. You know, it's meant to weed out the bad actors, as it says here. In theory, it's a good idea. I just don't think it's working, because whatever bad actors are out there, they can come back, not demonetize their channel, and still make a buku load of money with Patreon or PayPal, and their stuff is still non-user friendly. So let's move on. There was an update for the YouTube terms of service, so give me a second here. I think it's this. Excuse me. All right, sorry about that. All right, so let's take a look at this. Hello, Rose. Welcome to the stream. Ali Yalsin, I hope I said that right. How are you? Welcome to the live stream. I think I got some grass in my nose, cutting all that grass today. Anyway, let's move along. Take a quick sip here. And as I read this, if you guys have something to say, I'll try to go back and forth. Feel free to say what is on your mind. Just make sure it's user-friendly, right? Okay. So this is June, last month. So this is, as far as I can tell, this is the latest update from YouTube, and I wanted to wait to see what they're going to do before I posted my comments or said something about this. Oh, Rose, you're jumping between pseudo reboot. Yeah, like I said, he does every day. My voice is dropping off. It's low. Let's see here. Okay, let's see if I can crank this up a notch. All right, that's 100%. That's as high as I can go, Rose. Hopefully that'll help. Yeah, I was having some technical difficulties getting this started. Hopefully this will work, okay? All right, is this a little bit better? I've got the volume cranked up as high as I can go. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Okay, cool. Thank you, Rose. Sorry about that. Okay, this is dated June 1st, 2017, last month. So I wanted to wait and see what these guys had to say. So, and I'll try to go through this as quickly as I can. I don't want to make this boring. Now it's too loud. Okay. You blame Windows 10. No, cannot blame Windows 10 on this one. Cannot do that. Yeah, I can blame Windows 10 for a lot of things, but no. Thanks, welcome, ate some cherries and watching your lovely live stream. Well, thank you, Ali. Okay, is the voice better now? I got the mic somewhat close to my mouth, and I have the volume cranked up 100%. So let me know if this is better before I continue. I don't want to scream into anybody's ear. Adjust to speak. All right, cool, Rose. Okay, let's get moving. If you have any issues, let me know. I'll try to go back and forth. So, okay, this is from the YouTube creator blog. Anyone who has a YouTube channel is welcome to go, through this and see what they have to say. But it says here, in March, we provide an update to changes we're making to address advertiser concerns around where their advertisements are placed. Instead, we've held thousands of productive conversations with advertisers. That is a lot of conversations. And implemented additional controls to restore advertiser confidence. As a result, Many advertisers have resumed their media campaigns on YouTube, leading creator revenue to return to a better, more stable state. I'm going to assume that's true. I haven't noticed it, at least not yet. We know that revenue fluctuations have been unsettling. We want to reassure you that we're working closely with our advertising partners to make sure that YouTube continues to be a great place for creators to earn money. Okay, fair enough. We recognize there is still more work to do. We know we have to improve our communications to you, our creators. We also need to meet our commitment to advertisers by ensuring their ads only appear against the content they think is suitable for their brands. Sounds fair enough to me. Okay, so one thing you've been clear about is your desire for more detail and clarity around advertiser-friendly guidelines. In response to this feedback, we've updated our overall guidelines to provide more detail than before. While it's not possible for us to cover every video scenario, we hope this additional information will provide you with more insight into the types of content that brands have told us they don't want to advertise against and help you to make more informed content decisions. We know our systems aren't perfect, and we're also working to further improve your ability to appeal impacted videos. I will say this about YouTube. I had 3 videos demonetized, like back to back. Was it last month? To YouTube's credit, I appealed, and they were all remonetized within 24 hours. The videos was, well, one of them was a warning about ransomware. I forget the other ones. I mean, they were just public service announcements. Hey, this is ransomware. Be careful. Make sure your systems are up to date, blah, blah, blah. And they were remonetized. So YouTube is trying. I know the algorithm, their system isn't quite 100%. But at least for me, those videos were remonetized. So new guidelines and content that's eligible for ads. We've heard loud and clear from the creator community and from advertisers that YouTube needs to broaden our advertiser-friendly guidelines around a few additional types of content. So let's go through this, and if you guys agree or disagree, post it in the chat. Hateful content, content that promotes discrimination or disparages or humiliates an individual group or a group of people on the basis of the individual's group's race, ethnicity, ethnic origin, nationality, disability, age, and so on. That sounds reasonable. Be nice, be human. You know, don't call names. Don't call anybody names. Don't disparage someone. That sounds reasonable to me. Inappropriate use of family entertainment characters, content that depicts family entertainment characters engage in violent, vile, otherwise inappropriate behavior, even if for comedic or satirical purposes. Again, that sounds reasonable to me also. Incendiary and demeaning content. Content is gratuitously incendiary, inflammatory, demeaning. For example, video content that uses disrespectful language, that shames or insults an individual or a group. I've seen a lot of this, or some of this, channels that are pitting one, making fun of, or pitting one political group or a group of voters against another, comparing one group that is, you know, no good, you know. And anyway, I don't want to go there, but those channels, they're toxic, they're garbage in my opinion. You know, it's okay to disagree with someone. It is not okay to dehumanize someone. It's ridiculous. Sadly, those channels, I mean, there's one channel, yes, Rose, it does not apply to my channel. No, well, I don't know if the advertisers are back on my channel. I haven't noticed it yet in the revenue. In your country, at least, should be minimum 50,000 views. Okay, fair enough. There's one channel, I won't mention the channel name, but there was some talk about the Sandy Hook shooting. Apparently this channel said that was a hoax. I mean, what do you say to that? That channel does very well. Monetarily does very well. It's discouraging. It's toxic. But they're allowed to say what they want to say, I suppose. Of course, this channel will never do that. Never, ever go that route. This was, and will continue to be, I hope, a family-friendly channel. But there are channels that don't need AdSense revenue, and in fact are doing better by their supporters. Apparently, they like what they have to say, even though it's, in my opinion, I have to watch what I say because I was born in Brooklyn, New York, and we don't stand for this kind of crap. But from what I've seen and heard, let me just say it's not user-friendly, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They're doing very well. Let's see. So keep in mind that even if your video is approved for ads, what's right for one brand may not be right for another. A home cleaning brand and a beer brand will likely target very different audiences. That's perfectly acceptable. I have no problem with that whatsoever. I run primarily a technology channel, so you probably won't see an ad on my channel, an advertisement about diapers. Nothing wrong with diapers, and kids. But if you do a YouTube channel when you talk about family values, or how to keep your family together, how to keep your house not cluttered, how to raise your kids. And sure, an advertisement about diapers makes perfect sense. Rose, you have taken off ad block on YouTube, but turn it on when I'm off YouTube to give it. Yeah, that's fair enough. The ad block revenue thing probably accounts for, I'm guessing, 50% of the drop in revenue, and that's, when you combine that with the advertiser boycott, it's not surprising that channels have lost 90% of their revenue. I know I have, and it's a shock to the system. Was not expecting it. I suppose it's all my fault. I should have seen it coming. Okay, so let's it's sunny where you're at, Rose. Very good. I know you're in Canada, right? Montreal, or no? I forget where you're at. Ohio here, it's beautiful. In fact, the sun is coming through the windows here, shining on my screen. I feel good. Feel good. All right, so. Anyway, I'll have to finish cutting the grass tonight. I had to recharge my my rechargeable lawnmower. Anyway, let's go to this Creator Academy. George Hardiman. Hello, George. What's up? You need a beer. Cheers, everybody. Well, Color Pixel, I have a Pepsi, so I'm sending you a virtual Pepsi. I should cut back on the sugar. It's not good. Anyway, I usually try to drink water. So yeah, George, greetings. Welcome to this special live stream on Total OS today, Surviving YouTube. And I certainly hope to survive. Okay, Labor. Yeah, I disable ad blocker on YouTube to give everybody a shot. Everybody who has something to say that contributes to humanity should be supported. Okay, so where are we here? Okay, this is the new YouTube Creator Academy training for us personalities on YouTube. I haven't taken this, but let's take a quick look at this. And it's getting a little warm. Let me turn on my Panasonic floor fan. Get some air running. I got the AC turned off because it was chilly last night. By the way, whenever you see Amazon links below my videos, it's usually stuff I have personally bought and tested with my own money and can give you a recommendation. That's about as honest as I can get. So if you're doing some Amazon shopping, check out one of the Amazon links. It doesn't really cost you anything. And yeah, so let's go and see what we have from here. All right, so let's do this together. Let me position my fan here. So anyway, George, do you have a YouTube channel? Okay, so let's see. Check your knowledge. Let's do this together and see if we can score 100. Michelle has created a video about a plane crash with graphic imagery from the crash site. What should she be aware of before posting it? This video should be demonetized if she chooses to run ads on it. The video content should be in line with YouTube's policy so it doesn't get taken down. Advertisers tend to shy away from videos that contain tragedy and conflict. All of the above. I think I know what the answer is. Anybody out there want to take a crack at this? Video demonetize. It shouldn't be taken down. Advertisers shy away from this type of content. What do you guys think? Is it all of the above or is it one of these? Anybody? Paulie refused to turn off ad blocker until advertisers clean up their act as far as autoplay videos and tracking is concerned. Perfectly legitimate reason, Paul. I don't blame you one bit. So if you've turned off your ad blocker on YouTube, that's perfectly understandable. I completely understand. All of the above. Choice D. You mean that was my choice. Let's see if this is correct. Great job. Okay, fair enough. Let's go to the next one. Aside from video content, what other factors do advertisers use if they should opt in or out of running ads? They look at your video title, they look at your video thumbnail, they look at your video metadata. All of the above. What factors? The title, thumbnail, metadata, all of the above. I would say all of the above, guys. Before I click that, what do you think? If I was an advertiser, I would look at all of this and make sure none of it is, make sure none of it is offensive. Make sure it's user-friendly. All? Yeah, I would say so. Okay, we're 2 for 2. Let's move on. Try one more. Yep, all. Check your knowledge. How can you tell if spell check, YouTube, spell check, hello. How can you tell if your video anyway has been demonetized? It will be taken down from YouTube. In Video Manager, you will see a yellow icon next to the video that indicates it has been demonetized. In Video Manager, you will see a big red box around the video that indicates it has been demonetized. There is no way to tell unless you watch the video. Don't see the ads. Well, this one. Yeah, George, a thumbnail. If you have a provocative thumbnail, which I didn't pay too much attention to thumbnails in the past, but analytics show that successful videos or views usually have a pretty good thumbnail. Rose, I'm sure they look at all the data. But yeah, thumbnails are one of the most important things. You would not think it would be that, but I suppose especially if you're scrolling through your mobile device like your smartphone, and a thumbnail, either the color or the shape catches your eye, you're probably going to click that. So as far as a thumbnail, George, I would say it makes sense. Yeah. I mean, look, if I posted a video how to make a bootable USB drive and I show a young girl in a bikini on the beach, I think you guys know what I mean. Anyway, so what was the question here? How can you tell if the video has been demonetized? This happened to me 3 times. I think if you guys want to take a look at this, I think it's the 3rd one. In my Video Manager, you'll see a big red box around the video that indicates it has been demonetized. Would you say that's it? I think that's it. Well, let's click this and see what happens. Yeah, George. Maybe that's what I've been doing wrong. I need to put on all my thumbnails, no matter what it is, whether it's a video on Linux, Windows 10, live event, just put a nice girl wearing a bikini and watch my views shoot through the. It'll have nothing to do with the video, but who cares? I'm just kidding. Third one color pixel? I think so. Oh no. Is it this one? It's the second one. I actually had forgotten what it was. I mean, I haven't had too many videos demonetized. It is the second one. In the video manager, you will see a yellow icon next to the video that indicates it has been demonetized. Well, we were close. Okay, so, all right, I won't go through all of this, but if you have a YouTube channel, you can go through some of this, making advertiser-friendly content. I don't have a problem with that. My problem is getting the AdSense revenue back, some of it back, and maybe it's never going to come back. I don't know. And I don't think a lot of creators can wait for the AdSense to come back. That's why they're going to other avenues, such as, crowdfunding, like Patreon, PayPal, and some others. Clickbait. George, if I posted videos of pretty girls on the beach, yes, that would be clickbait. If you do it once or twice as a joke, but if I continually did that, it might work. I might get all my money back, but no, I don't think I'm going to do that. Demonetize, explain. George, when you post a video, let's say you do a video on how to properly wax your car, you have an option to put ads on it. You give YouTube permission to put ads on your video. That is monetization. That's just a fancy word for making a few dollars off ads on that specific video, George, or all the videos. If the video is not user-friendly, let's say you use a lot of cuss words, you show dog fights, animal fights, YouTube will turn off the ads. They will demonetize that video. So in other words, they will shut off the ability for you to make a few dollars in ads off the video. That is demonetized. So showing ads on the video so you make some money, that is monetized. And okay. Anyway, I think Steve had a problem with thumbnail in the past. I think I know who you mean, Color Pixel. Yeah, I guess, I did not take offense, but yeah, clickbait you need to watch. It's okay to tease, to give a little hint to keep people wanting more, but you can't do that and show graphic content and then what you talk about has nothing to do with the video. You can't expect people to help you out on Patreon or PayPal if you don't show respect and or value to what you are doing. And that value can be anything. It could be how-to videos, even just a chat, doing these Saturday night chats or random chats where you guys come on and just maybe had a rough day and need someone to talk to. You need to have something in return. But yeah, clickbait you need to watch. All right, let's go. I received a notification from Patreon, and this is actually pretty good. So, let's see. Massacre, I found a problem with while Katie Neon, for some reason, no external links in Java applications like Minecraft. I don't play games on Massacre on Linux that much, Massacre, so I don't know. I don't know what the problem is. George, I didn't know people got money. Yeah, some YouTubers that you may have heard of have done very well. PewDiePie, iJustine, Casey Neistat. They've made a lot of money. User-friendly channels, those deservedly so, from advertising, and they deserve it. There's a lot of time that goes into producing quality content. So people like that who started on YouTube early and made their money before this mess, they deserve it. So, but yeah, it's possible to do very well on YouTube. Okay, Ubuntu Linux with Steve. Okay, so this is from Patreon's blog, 9 ways to make money on YouTube without ads. Some of you may be familiar with this, but I thought this was future-proof your income. I thought this was relevant to the conversation. So let's go through this and see what we have. For the second time in less than a year, YouTube has made policy changes that have shaken its community of creators by directly affecting how much money they are able to make from ads. The reasons behind it are nuanced. I don't think they're nuanced. It's kind of explosive in a way. But valid or not, the changes have many professional creators concerned about their over-reliance on ads. Yeah, the mistake I did was, there's an old expression, don't put your eggs all in one basket. But when things are going well, you kind of not think about it until the proverbial, poop hits the fan, as it were. Okay, so professional artists and creators should view themselves as small businesses, and it's risky for any business to be too reliant on one source of revenue. So diversifying income streams, okay? This doesn't mean you need to abandon a platform altogether, which raises a question. Is YouTube still worth it? Well, I have a question for you guys. How many of you guys watch TV? Has your TV viewership gone down to the point where it's mainly online, like YouTube? So yeah, YouTube still is a viable platform. Patreon applies fees as well as PayPal. I don't know who would be better for creators. Bros, that's a good question. I use both. Some people may not be comfortable with a crowdfunding site like Patreon. Some people prefer PayPal because they've dealt with PayPal for a large amount of years. They're both good. They both charge a fee, which is fair. But I use PayPal, Patreon. I use the Amazon links primarily. Of course, AdSense, and then the last thing is the super chat here. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, but you can drop in a few dollars here by clicking that $sign. And that's another good thing that YouTube has done if you want to help support their respective channels. But really, that's up to you, what you're more comfortable with, Patreon or PayPal. I think they deduct about the same amount. I'd have to check, Rose. I can't remember. But I've been using PayPal for quite a few years. I'm comfortable with that. Patreon is fairly new. I think it's only been in existence about 3 years. I actually started an account years ago. I stopped because I wasn't sure if it was legit. I mean, I don't want to rip off anybody, but it's for real. It is legit. One of my subscribers says, no, it's the real deal. And it's quite safe. So anyway, Rose, I hope that answers your question. Let's see here. George, you don't watch much live TV. I don't either. I watch a lot of stuff on YouTube, on the internet. That's why I pay for Comcast. I pay a little bit more. It's more expensive than DSL, but I pay for what I get. Anyway, where was I here? Okay, so what are the alternative monetization strategies? Well, it may seem a little bit overwhelming to add new operations. Let's move on. So these are some of the choices that creators have: affiliate programs, direct sponsorships, brand deals, physical products, merch, digital products, courses, ebooks, consulting, private lessons, services, freelance work, subscriptions, and memberships, licensing, paid gigs. Great, let's do them all. No. If you're in a state where you have to do them all, you're in trouble. Quids Up is in the house. How are you, sir? I've done one, not live event. I did a one. What did we talk about, Quids? It was security. We need to do another one. That was a popular video on staying secure. I think we did that after Linux Mint website got hacked. Quids Up says live broadcasting seems a scary thing to try. It's not for everyone, Quids. I've been doing quite a lot of these. It's more natural for me. It can be scary if you're not used to it. Be prepared for glitches, bloopers, stuff like that. But if you guys haven't checked out Quids Up channel, please do. Mainly Linux stuff, even though I know his favorite operating system is Windows 10. Sorry, Quids. No, it's not. But yeah, check out Quids Up channel if you haven't seen it. It's cool. So Quids, yeah, just keep doing what you're doing, man. You don't have to do live broadcasting if you don't want to. It's extra work, especially starting off to prepare. But what you're doing is perfectly fine. Yeah, we love his channel. Quids Up the man. Yeah, Quids Up knows a little bit about security, so we need to do another one. Yeah, Quids, we didn't do a live one. We did it on a recording on appear.in, I do believe. And a little security tip: some of the best passwords is in the form of a ridiculous sentence. Such as, so instead of having a password like, 24WB semicolon, a good password would be something that makes no sense. Like, I love strawberry Jupiter, or something like that. Or please take my semicolon yesterday, period. Anyway, a good password, an example would be in the form of a ridiculous sentence. Talon Bite. I think this is the first time on a live stream. Hello, Talon. Cool. Yes, cheers to you, Quids. So let's get together soon for another discussion debate on, is Linux secure? Today it is, Quids. Tomorrow, next year, with ransomware and stuff like that, I don't know. Of course, I believe Windows 10 is secure with all the updates. Not a pirated copy of Windows 10. Now, when I mean secure, I don't mean necessarily privacy. That's a whole different ballgame. No, that's not safe because it's too easy to guess by rainbow tables. Oh, I don't know. I don't know, kids. What say you? Okay, so where were we here? 654-321. That depends, Quids. No one will think of that. If you do 654-321, go eat honey larva. Period. I know people still use the word password as a password. Razor is in the house. Is that LW I thought of waffles 4FF. Anyway, that's a good password. Yeah. I guess the point here is don't use password as password 1 2 3 4 5 6. Don't use your name. Decoded Chinese waffles for life. Oh, very good. Fingerprint scanning. Hate blood sampling. Eye scan, retina scan for your computer. I guess that'll work. Anyway, let's move on. So where were we here? Okay, so the 9 ways. This is from the Patreon blog. Quids Up, you have Patreon. I don't know if you've seen this, but this is pretty cool. So let's move on here. I know there's a lot here. I'll go through all of these as quickly as I can. So no, you don't want to do them all. That I suppose you can. There's nothing stopping you from doing it all. But okay, the 9 strategies. Affiliate links. This is Amazon. So occasionally you'll see YouTubers like me with Amazon links below. It'll say something like support the channel using Amazon links. For example, I've talked about products I've tested in the past, like Bluetooth speakers, routers, cameras, stuff that I've tested that I feel comfortable with. I'll put a link below in the show notes through Amazon if you happen to be shopping on Amazon, then you automatically help the channel. Shatir, hello, how are you? Alright, so very small upfront time investment to apply to all the affiliate programs of the sites you use the most. Earning potential, low, medium. Who should use them? Everyone. I agree. If you spend a lot of time on YouTube and you want at least a shot of making a few cents or dollars or a lot of dollars, Amazon links is the way to go. It's legit. Everybody uses Amazon. Right? And it gives some examples here. Smarter Every Day, the Nerd Writer, Snowboard Pro Camp. That sounds like fun. Casey Neistat I mentioned. He does very well. I don't think this guy needs AdSense if I had to guess. Corridor Digital. All right, keys to success. be transparent. The key to long-term success with affiliates is transparency. Absolutely. You should say, you know, these are affiliate links, or if you want to help out the channel, these are Amazon links. And there were some channels in the past that they would test something and give it glowing reviews and then say they were paid to give a glowing review. And that really ticked me off. I don't think that happens that much anymore. But in this channel, if I test something, I bought it with my own money. And if it's great, I'll say it's great. If it has some flaws, I'll say it's flaws, because it's also your money that you spend. And you want to get what you're paying for. Okay, so be transparent, understand the audience, and recommend a variety. Fair enough. So you need to have an Amazon account and how to do it. I won't go through all of this. So let's move on. Enlist sponsorships or brand deals. I've thought about this. No upfront costs. Media buyers will take a cut if you choose to use one. These will take a little more time to negotiate and set up, but will have higher earning potential than just affiliate links. Earning potential medium high, great for people making educational content, tutorials, experts. Yeah, I've looked into this. I checked and see what I can request as a payment for a sponsorship or a brand deal. I'm not sure what they go by, but for me it was less than $100. That's certainly an option, but something like this I think would work best if you have. I think I saw this on Daryl Eves, I think. Usually if you have 100,000 subscribers or more, this will definitely pay for your channel, keep it up to date, you know, put some money in your pocket. But you need about 100,000 subs to make this legit. ZZZZZ Snooze is in the house. How are you? ZZZZZ. Okay, so sponsorship deals, some examples here. Arjun, I don't know that person. Ooh, that's cute. Estee Lauder. Okay. Let's move on. Keys to success, always negotiate. This is with brand deals. Yes, you should always negotiate. One thing about this, you should shoot for a little bit more than what you think you are worth for a brand deal. So say you're worth $100, say $200. And then negotiate down. Never negotiate. You shouldn't really negotiate up, in my opinion. Know what you're worth, go higher, and then go from there. But that's strictly my opinion. So always negotiate, pitch yourself, authenticity. Let's see. Don't sell something you don't believe in. Absolutely. 100%. You shouldn't make money by ripping off people, should you? All right, this is all for physical products and merchandise. High upfront cost to buy inventory, high upfront to create order products, the time involved, earning potential varies. So yeah, something like this. I think if you have 100,000 subs, go for it. Somebody mentioned they would buy T-shirts off of me. Great, but I need to get a few more viewers, subs to the channel to really consider that, because there is some upfront cost. Okay, some examples here. And I do not know these channels. Okay, so keys to success, poll your fans, pre-sale, start small, make sense, keep it simple, understand the ongoing time commitment. Perfectly, it makes sense. Yeah. Okay, strategy 4, packing up digital products, courses, and books. Once again, if you have hundreds of thousands of subscribers, this might be a way to do it. Low cost investment, time, high upfront time investment. Yeah. Examples, Tim Schmoyer, you may have heard of him. He's been doing this quite a while, does a good job selling digital products. He's very good. Let's see here. Why don't you go for sponsorship quids? Yeah, you can certainly try quids if you want to do that. The worst that could happen is they'll say no thank you. So this is packaging products, Tim Schmoyer. Yes, his channel is Video Creators. Yeah, not bad. So he's done fairly well. He charges as much as looks like $1,000 for a course. You know, if you're into that, or why not? But he seems to know what he's talking about. I will teach you to to be rich. Aha. Validate your course or book idea. Sell your course or book before making it. Make your videos and descriptions as if you already had made the course. That makes sense. Pitch it and sell it the same way. Start with someone else's product, sure, and make a high value premium product. Yeah, when you're asking for revenue for money, what do you offer in return as a value? Is it information, entertainment, how-to? Is it humor? They're sending you a loud Linux Live to review. At least I'll be able to give an honest opinion. Quids up, that's excellent. Yeah, I will be waiting for that honest UK opinion. And of course, Quids is from the UK, from the Ubuntu Kingdom. Haha. Okay, so more strategies here. Let's see. Offer services and freelance work. Sure. Easy to set up, potentially time consuming. Yep, if you're not organized, well, that counts me out. Low upfront investment, earning potential high, experts and educators. Okay, some Crank Lewis. Crank Lewis. Crank Lucas, not Lewis. Crank Lucas. Interesting. So Toss, has any company wanted your... Yes, they have. I got a few emails. I sent them a return, a response to my fee, which was reasonable. I never got a reply back. But that's to be expected. Once again, without hundreds of thousands of subs, Rose, I really don't have enough credentials. You know, I mean, that's just the way the market is. But yeah, Rose, I've had people contact me. And yeah, so far it has not worked out. But that's okay. Talent. Oh wait, this broadcast is about YouTube channels, how to become rich. No. This is not. No, if you started late, come late. These are just examples here on Patreon, Talent. The topic here is mainly what has happened with YouTube, surviving YouTube. You know, the advertiser boycott. What some channels are doing. This is not a channel on how to become rich. You came in late, and I apologize for that if you came in late. So, yeah. Brian Troxell, hello. How are you? So anyway, Talon, yeah, I didn't mean to confuse. No, this is not a get rich thing. This is just what has happened on YouTube this year with the advertiser boycott. Advertisers like you know stuff you buy, AT&T, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, they didn't like their ads showing on channels that were not user friendly. You know, channels that talk about hatred, pitting one group against another, stuff that is major uncool. And the advertisers pulled almost all the revenue off of YouTube, and it's affected channels like myself who are quite family friendly. Have nothing to do with that. And this is just a discussion on what's going on, how you can help, and stuff like that. So I did not mean to confuse you, Talon, but no, this is not. It's not going on that direction you had talked about. Brian Troxell. Okay, yeah, Troxell. Sorry, Troxell. How are you, Brian? So Talon, please do stick around. Anyway, where were we here? So this is just some. Thank you, Talon. Thank you for sticking around. Yeah, this is just, I have Patreon. This is just on the blog, 9 ways, 9 ways to combat the YouTube advertiser boycott and stuff like that. But let's see here. Let's move on. Okay, another strategy YouTubers can do to gain revenue, offer consulting and private. Again, this is all common sense stuff. There's nothing shady about this. And YouTubers in the past who maybe saw this coming with the advertiser boycott have already been doing this, Talon. All right, so high upfront cost to buy inventory, low ongoing cost to maintain the online store, and Earning potential varies. Consulting in private lessons, sure. Why not? Here's some examples here. Again, Tim Schmoyer, if you haven't checked out his channel, he does some free stuff too. Very friendly. Tim Schmoyer is expecting, I think, his 6th or 7th child. Oh man, he's gonna need a lot of money. Tim, if you watch this, where do you find the time with multiple kids and still doing great content? Tim, you deserve all the revenue you can get. That's because what you're doing is freaking amazing. Quids, you blame lack of Linux-related advertisers rather than big companies. Quids, that's certainly part of it. Ad blockers, what you're saying, the boycott, more competition. There is no one solution fits all, Quids. That's probably where I'm going with this. But yeah, I would say that's part of it. Okay, so keys to success: demonstrate your expertise and authority, show potential clients. I won't go through all this boring stuff. Again, this goes back to what do you have to offer for any YouTube channel. Is it how-to videos, how to use Linux, how to keep your Windows 10 machine clean, podcast, have you thought about so and this and that? And it's all about, look, YouTube it's a social platform, it's an art form. It's kind of like one big bus stop where people can just stay at the bus stop, wait for the bus being YouTube, the bus being information. And you either take that bus to get more or you skip the bus. Don't know if that's a good analogy, but anyway. Okay, so memberships and bonus content. I have posted some bonus content on my Patreon page if you're interested. No upfront cost, ongoing 5% fee. So Rose, yeah, Patreon charges 5%. I think PayPal does also, Rose. So it's about the same. So yeah. Okay, great fit for creators with minimum to large audiences and or highly engaged communities. Okay, Captain Dissolution. Great title. Like Captain Obvious, right? Is this funny, worthwhile to post publicly? Anyway, there's some examples here. Raw straws. Don't know what that is. And some keys to success. How about Really Ferrin? Really, Rose? Is that the best name? Why not? License your product. Medium upfront cost for legal consultation. That really does not apply to me. Tim Schmoyer, who has, I think, 300,000 subscribers. Yeah, he probably needs that. And the last one is get paid to speak at events. I would love to get invited to speak at an event. Would love to. Not sure where I would go, but sure. And examples: Pat Flynn, do not know that person, and whichever you choose. Okay, so at the end of the day, most monetization strategies rely on having a deep understanding of your audience and finding ways to provide additional value. This really all comes down to a couple things, and I won't read all of this. I don't want to bore you, Talon, but it comes down to yeah, and this was the title: 9 Ways to Make Money on YouTube Without Ads, Future-Proof Your Income. This talks about the AdSense apocalypse, it was called. But what this all comes down to really is keeping a channel that is family-friendly, user-friendly. But, of course, on the flip side, there are channels that have been completely AdSense demonetized and have done much better with Patreon or PayPal by talking garbage, in my opinion. But that being said, make your channel as user-friendly as possible. Add value to the channel. How-tos, live events, conversations, engage with the audience, answer questions, ask questions. Try to reply to every single comment or question when you have a comment or an email. sometimes it may not be feasible to reply to everybody, but try to reply to everybody. Even if you don't agree with the comment, be nice, because they may not agree with you. Keep the channel up to date, offer some kind of variety on the channel, try to be consistent, and really in the end there's not much else that you can do, and hope that the ads will come back. Hopefully this so-called boycott won't last that long, and hopefully you can get enough patrons on Patreon, PayPal, or whatever, Amazon links to help keep the channel alive. And really in the end there's not much else, in my opinion, that you can do. I suppose I can just drop what I was doing here, demonetize my channel and just go the other route and have a channel that's completely different than this, and say, well, you should not be doing this, or you should not be part of this group because this makes you an idiot, and I can't believe these morons, and go that way. But that's not me. I would probably make a lot of money doing that, because that's where the money is, it seems, with these crowdfunding sites. I mean, it doesn't make sense, but I don't know. Yeah. Let's see here. Let's see. Why don't you live streaming? Oh, this is for Quids Up. Yeah, Shatir, it can be time consuming. Yeah. Brian Troxell, like Joe Collins said, is breathing. I think I know what you mean, Brian. Somebody commented about his. They didn't like Joe's breathing. I thought it was. I mean, like, it wasn't like it was Darth Vader. That was funny. Let's see here. Babontu Linux is in the house. Hello, welcome. How are you? Yes, English Bob. Yes. Stay unique, your own style. People who like it will support support the channel with or without. Follow your own path, not those of talent. I agree with you 101%. There was a period of time where I wanted to stop doing this and just drop it and start something else. It can be highly discouraging, from making thousands of dollars on YouTube to making hundreds of dollars and can't even cover the cost of the channel. But hopefully the more I do these, people will be aware of what's involved, and maybe will try and support the channel. But yeah, I mean, if you can't do your own thing, your own style, then why do it? That's how I see it. So, but thank you, Talon. Yeah, every channel is unique, and it should be that way. I mean, who wants to see the same old thing all the time? Right. So anyway, so yeah, this was, and I think anybody can see this. You don't have to be a part of Patreon, as far as the Patreon blogs and stuff like that. But I just wanted to let you know what's going on here with the channel and the advertiser boycott. I think it will get better. Don't know if it'll get better this year. I don't know when it'll affect this channel in terms of getting better. I haven't seen it. All I can do is keep doing what I'm doing and hope for the best. Hey Linux, how are you? Malware analyst is a good career. Yeah, I'm sure it would be. There's a lot of malware on YouTube, Quids, if you know what I mean. Oh God, some of these channels, I mean, it's... I just want to grab them by the neck and shake their heads. I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? But they're making money, so there you go. Anyway, let's see here. So that's all I have for this topic. Surviving YouTube and what YouTubers can do to survive the so-called advertiser apocalypse. But that donut looked pretty good there. Let's do a quick news search for, let's see here. Just to see what's new real quick. The YouTube advertiser boycott is already fading in the United States. Let's see here. Advertisers are in high alert in the age of President Trump. Duh! Let's see what this says. Let's see here. Okay, so this article, this is on Mashable. The advertiser boycott is already fading in the United States. Well, that didn't last long. Nearly half the American brands that made a show of pulling their ads from YouTube over the placements on extremist videos in March have resumed advertising on the platform. Well, I hope that's true, and I hope I see some of it. The firm says 6 of the 13 of the major companies ran YouTube ads. Well, 6 of 13, that's less than half. That's not good. Is it? I mean, it's a start. Let's see. The analysis does note, however, that the latter 3 only appeared as part of joint ads with partners and may not have had full control over the spending. Okay, all right. The exodus began after Times of London and other news outlets surfaced ads for major brands, including or attached to videos posted by hate groups. Yeah, that could be a problem. YouTube parent Google responded by doubling down on video vetting operations, tightening content policy, and rolling out new tools that used machine learning to recognize patterns. However, YouTube creators complained that the crackdown went too far, sweeping up legitimate videos in the process. Yeah, it's not been good for me. We do not think this will impact YouTube. Of course it has. Anyway, the statement echoes what some analysts said at the time. Okay. Growing tensions between advertisers and the giant walled garden platforms. Anyway. None of the brands responded to a request for comment. Oh, I wonder why. You know, I mentioned Patreon. There's like, crowd fan funding sites there. I did a search. There's like 100 choices, fan funding sites. It's unbelievable. But that's how desperate YouTubers are, I guess, and other folks. So anyway, I'll stay on for a few more minutes. I hope I haven't bored you guys. I hope this has been somewhat enlightening as to what's going on for us YouTubers and what we go through. Okay, so let's see here. I hope you inform your neighbor to improve their Wi-Fi network security. Hey, Linux. People can steal your vids, quids up and upload them without any. Yeah, that can be. But hey, if it gets you more subscribers and more revenue, I guess it's kind of a trade-off, huh? I wouldn't like that at all, quids, to be quite honest. But what are you gonna do? We can't police the web. No one can police the web 24/7. But I guess the consolation prize is if someone gets some value out of that video and helps him or her, maybe that's some good, huh? I don't know. How long does it take to produce videos? Rose, that depends what I am doing. If it's a live event like this, where I kind of prepare some notes, I prepare my time during the day. There's no video editing, rendering. This is live, good or bad, whether I accidentally burp or not. I generally don't go back, download the video, cut it, edit it. If I was to edit the live videos, Rose, it would take me hours, literally hours, and to do that just to make a few pennies, as it were, to me, it's just not worth it. I mean, it's definitely worth hanging out with you guys, but to answer your question, that depends. Live events take little time other than the time to, sit in the chair and talk with you guys, which is great. When I was producing how-to videos and videos where I had to edit, like the podcasts, I'll have to edit those. I'll have to go into Audacity and cut out the bloopers, the silence, normalize. That can take hours. That's why I don't do as much as I used to, Rose. But yeah, I could use a faster computer for rendering. My next computer is going to be the fastest computer I can afford to cut down on rendering. I want a computer where, say I have a 15 or 30 minute video to edit and render, I want to hit render, done, rendering done. I don't have the patience anymore to stick around and wait and yeah, so that's why live events, Rose, is an option. I think it's more engaging. It's more fun. I don't know if it helps in revenue. I haven't noticed it yet, but I enjoy doing these. My most trying to read your comments here. After I saw Quids up anything his Windows 10 video in April, I see how many cuts he is doing and how many. Okay. Yeah, Quids, a few hours per video. Tosh, you need a render cluster. Talon, I need a cluster, a group of very fast computers. I've noticed on the channel the most successful videos in terms of AdSense revenue have been the add-to videos, the how-to videos. Like one of them was how to fix your computer chair for $1.70. That has done fairly well. So how-to videos where people need help and you post something that's useful usually does pretty good. And yes, my computer chair broke. The piston that raises the chair kept sinking, and the chair was not that old, but it was out of warranty. So I was able to fix it. But search my channel, how to fix computer chair, and you'll see why that's videos like that are useful and profitable somewhat. Changing config files. It's not always the mistake. Sometimes you need to make things look clean. Yeah, Quids up. Look, rendering, editing. It's a lot of work. A lot of work for usually little money in return. And sometimes I don't think viewers appreciate the amount of time involved to edit a video, even if it's only a relatively short one. Yeah, I mean, the editing part is not fun. It just isn't. A lot of how-to videos, especially on Linux. Okay, Rose, cool. Yeah, no, I watch them too. I think those are quite useful. Yeah. I would say that the two popular types of videos on YouTube, at least for what we do, will be how-tos. I think 3. How-tos, live events, and news of the week. A relative stuff, news of the week, technology news. I started calling my news weekly Total OS Today, weekly TOSTW. That was a mouthful, so I just say Tech News 43 or Tech News 47. But how-tos are good. Live events and maybe news, relevant news, might be my top 3 for for revenue. And of course, I'm just thinking on top of my head. I mean, there are so many factors involved. Talon, yeah. How-tos, discussion about topics, yeah. News, yeah. Absolutely. Rosie, appreciate all the YouTube creators. Thank you. Please don't forget to share the channels, tell friends, family, and if you can't support the channel, on my Patreon page, I don't really have goals or rewards. Maybe I should do that. I think I put some like for as little as $1 a month or more if you find the content useful. Something simple like that, I think, should be enough. Let's see. Making a free DOS distro because I'm very bored. Ryan, you are very bored. Well, these live chats are never boring. I will say that. I took a look at Antergos OS, by the way. Based on Arch, I never thought a Windows person like myself would take another look at Arch, considering I didn't have good luck with Manjaro, but Antergos was pretty good. I was surprised. Yeah. Hey Linux says, I enjoy your videos a lot. Literally, if I was 18, I would pay you $50 a month. Aw. Yeah, most people don't realize that, for as little as $1 a month or even less, that would support the channel. I mean, like, it all adds up. So, hey Linux, you don't need $50 a month to support someone. You can do like 50 cents a month, assuming everybody chipped in. And I think Quids Up would say that would be enough to support a channel. Yeah, it doesn't, I think some people think of, you need like hundreds or millions of dollars. No, at least I don't. Maybe PewDiePie does. Is he still on YouTube? I know he lost a lot of money. Can't remember. No, Jesus, no. I used that once on my Linux lab. I kept crashing, giving me driver issues. FreeDOS. Ryan, check out Antergos. It wasn't. I tested it in a virtual machine, Windows 10 as the host, and it ran pretty good. Yeah, I was surprised. I can't really recommend Arch for newbies, but something like Antergos, why not? Yeah. Anyway, where was I here? Okay, so enough of the boring stuff. Before I sign off here, why don't we take a look at some odd news real quick. Then I'll call it a day. How does that sound? When I do the news and nonsense, I haven't done one in a while. I should do one. Those are always a lot of fun. I don't mind editing those. Ryan says, True OS. Okay. Quidsup says, thanks, but you don't need to donate that much. How true that is, Quids. You really don't. Really. And I'm sure Quids will attest to this, really, for as little as $1 a month. That's a cup of coffee. $49 will be fine. Oh, come on, Quids. You make me look like a fool now. Talon says, I will keep the day job and use YouTube as a hobby and get some money here and there. Each dollar earned by practicing your hobby is a win. I would have to agree, Talon. Yeah. I mean, it would be great to, well, like I said, a lot of YouTubers, some, maybe not a lot, who started with YouTube in the beginning saw the potential. They've done very well, and they deserve it. So that's all that I can say. So let's check some odd news real quick. It's always fun to do some news nonsense. Alarm clock stuck in Pennsylvania wall for 13 years, finally removed. Okay. Danish chocolatier crafts world's most expensive chocolate. I don't even want to know how much that would cost. 5 checkups your car needs before summer hits. Always have a blonde with you to check your car. Let's see if anything catches my eye. Hello, Ryan. How are you? Yes. Pringles. I like Pringles. Announces limited top ramen flavored chips. I like Ubuntu too, Ryan, or I used to. Not sure about switching to GNOME, but I do like Ubuntu Mate. Truck crash covers highway and hundreds of watermelons. That would be a mess. You like Ubuntu? Okay, cool. Connecticut road blocked by dozens of crossing geese. Interesting. Resident comes face to face with bear through glass door. That's a horrible thing to call your wife. I'm just kidding. Woman snaps selfie as her sister gives birth. Okay. Wisconsin officer jumps lagoon to rescue dog. Good job, sir. I'm looking for really funny stuff. I don't see it. Whoa. California 19-year-old wins 2 lottery jackpots in 1 week. Hey, can you support my channel? That is so unfair. Man, talk about luck. 2 lottery... Well, good for you. That's right, Talent. A yummy mess. Yeah. I guess it could have been worse. The melons. I die. Delinquent. I thought it said trucks. Delinquent ducks arrested for loitering in Pennsylvania. I guess they were not able to duck the police. Hundreds dress as Frida Kahlo to attempt world record. What is Frida Kahlo? Oh man, bear mauls interior of Mercedes parked at California ski resort. Ew. I don't see any funny technology news, but that's okay. Don't push the limit toss with the lottery. Hey, if somebody won the lottery twice, I think you could help, fund my channel, right? I would help someone, absolutely. Absolutely, I would. Let's see here. LA police find house full of venomous snakes. Ew. Pesky pelican refuses man's commands to leave lunch alone. Come on, man, it's an animal. They were always hungry. Seattle judge tossed man speeding ticket over wordy sign. I don't get that. Brave woman grabs anaconda from middle of the Brazilian road. Wow. Oh my God. Can you guys see this? California reporter vomited during live report drunken event. Oh God. Baby bird snuggles up to Colorado police officer. That is so cool. Huh. Ryan, you sent me a link? Okay. Cool. Man rides motorized beer crate next to Netherlands Road. That gives a whole new meaning to the term drunk driving. Oh man. I wonder if it's powered by Linux. Sorry about that. How's that? Is that better? Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. Test, 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 test. Okay. Test, test. Test, test. I think we're okay now, right? Test, test. Sound check. Should be okay now. I see the audio here. I'm not sure what happened there. Sorry about that. Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Anyway, yeah, this one here, Chris Christie sculpted, that's disgusting. So, Florida landscaper pleads with alligator, tosses newspaper at it. Yes, alligators have a fear of newspaper, especially when the news is bad. I guess when you're desperate. Officers lure escaped pigs with Doritos and Cheetos. You know, it's actually a real pig and not a human being. Oh my. Okay. Next page. Man uses cane to free ungrateful cat from chips bag. I guess the cat was hungry. Rare endangered turtle. Okay. Let's see. Baby wild beast confuses car for mother. Really? Chases it from. Yeah, right, Talon. That'll teach that. Teach that darn alligator. Anyway. Yeah, sorry about the lag, Talon. That's okay, man. Keep posting. It's okay. Man crushes world record 29 drink cans while holding a raw egg. Huh. Okay. Boa what is it with these snakes? Spike the Beetle creates squiggly art with markers. Lovely. Wow. Texas man reels in monster 964-pound tiger shark. Whoa. That's a big shark. Aw, Texas police rescue kitten stuck underneath car in traffic. Aw. Wayne's World anniversary. Okay. Fireworks burn down Michigan man's bee-infested garage. I guess that's one way to get rid of bees. You want to see that with toss with the beer cans? I don't think so, Rose. Yeah, I did not see a power seat on that one, Rose. So, you know, I'm 6'2". I gotta have a power seat on top of my beer crate. Come on, Rose. You should know better by now. Should I even read this? Florida man dons riot gear to remove iguana from toilet. Okay. Bear ransacks home for 5 hours while family sleeps. Ew, that's dangerous. Molly Schuyler wins DC eating contest with 21 burgers. That's disgusting. Let me check one more site, guys. I think I am done. That's how I should have got rid of the beers on my cavity wall. Yeah, Quiz, just make make a little scooter out of beer. Beer, I mean, why not? Yeah, lots of crazy things happen on Earth. That is correct, Talon. What would aliens think if they would visit our planet and say, oh, nope, they better not land there? Yes, they can land here in Ohio where I live. I will talk to the aliens and ask them if they're using Linux or Windows. If they are dual booting, they can come to my house. If they're using only one, I would say, sorry, you need to go back to Planet Arch. I don't know. What's the other website I look at? Can't remember. I think it's this one. Weird car news auto blog. Let's see. Yeah, microphone's okay. All right. Okay. Let's see if anything's funny here real quick. This is why you don't lead police on a long-distance, high-speed chase. You shouldn't be involved in a chase, period. Seems to me. Oscar Mayer plumps up Wiener Fleet with Wiener Mini. Wiener. Wiener. Oh, never mind. Wiener Rover. Okay. Engineer creates the world's friendliest car horn. What? Is it polite? Beep, will you please get out of the way? Thank you. I mean, I don't know. Renault creates nail polish that doubles as touch-up paint. How romantic. $664,000 for a parking space. In New York, I would believe it. Okay, Talon, thank you for stopping by. Great chatting with you. I'll catch you next time. Thank you. Let's see here. Not really catching anything that funny. Anyway. Okay. Another minute, guys. I'm going to log off. So, what do you think? What is on your mind for the last few minutes? I'm going to take off and enjoy the sun. I want to thank you, all of you, for stopping by. It's always fun chatting with you. I was finally able to do this on a scheduled live event. Something I've been wanting to talk about all year, but I wanted to. I think the fair thing to do, and they did, was to wait and see what YouTube had to say, so you guys, know what's going on with advertising and AdSense and all that stuff. So, and I think YouTube is trying to correct the mistakes of the past. I hope it's in time to save the quality YouTube content. And yeah, so those are my thoughts about this. I'm just checking my messages here on my smartphone. Think I'm all caught up to date. Got a message saying, let's do more Linux Mint live. Oh, okay. I guess somebody likes Linux Mint. This is from Lavos. Linux Mint live. Have I done a Linux Mint live? I don't remember. I guess I have. I guess you could do an Ubuntu live and do lots of live, right? Anyway. Okay. Guys, I think I am done. So once again, thank you. I usually try to do a couple live events a week. Sometimes they're scheduled, sometimes they're not. I know some of you who live overseas, when I do these at night, I know you can't jump on. Perfectly understandable. So I'll try to mix these up day and night. So everybody gets a chance to stop by and say hello. So I wanted to thank you once again for stopping by. If you haven't, Quids Up says, try and crash Mint live. I don't think Mint has ever crashed on me, Quids. I suppose I can force it to crash, but Quids, we'll have to do another podcast on security sometime soon. And yeah, we can talk about Linux versus Windows security, or just web security in general. And privacy in general, Quids. I think once you get on the internet, you can't forget about privacy. Generally speaking, I mean, I know there are tips, to remain more private and stuff like that. But anyway, yeah, Rose, thank you for stopping by. Thanks for the many live chats and discussions. Always a joy, always a pleasure. For those who came on, if you haven't subscribed, please do. If you can, support the channel through Patreon, PayPal, Amazon links. What else do I do? Super Chat. I think that's it. Yeah. And anyway, so that's all I have for this one. Quids, I'll get in touch with you sometime this week. We'll just schedule a time. I believe you are 6 hours ahead from me. Anyway, that's all I have for this one, guys. And I will catch you on the next one. So take care. Enjoy your technology. Be safe. And I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.